Hello and welcome to another video. So before we get into the kitchen and start cooking, I just wanted to briefly explain to you why I'm basically making this video. So apart from the obvious, I have lactose intolerance myself. It may surprise you to find out that it's quite a common thing to have. And if you're wondering whether or not you have it yourself and you want to know what the symptoms are for lactose intolerance, you'll be able to see them on your screen right now. There's plenty of symptoms and some of these things are quite common, so it may not be a fact that you have lactose intolerance. But if you're looking at these symptoms right now and you feel like you have a lot of them, then you may just have it. So lactose intolerance, you may be wondering what exactly it is. Basically, it means that you have trouble digesting the sugars in dairy. And if you're wondering whether it's like an allergy, it is not. It's not like a milk allergy, it's not like a peanut allergy. You're not going to suffer serious consequences from it. You'll just probably experience some of the side effects listed earlier. So if you think that you may have lactose intolerance or you know that you have it, hopefully this meal prep video will help you out to make some tasty, delicious meals that still have dairy in them, but not lactose. So you'll know what we're making by the title of the video. It's going to be a creamy chicken pasta. If that sounds like something that you would like to eat during the week, then let's go downstairs right now and let's get in the kitchen and get it cooked. Okay, so just before we get into cooking the meal, I'm going to show you what ingredients we're going to use for this pasta, the lactose-free things that we're going to use, and where you can find those lactose-free items. So we'll start off with the spice mix. We need to make a Cajun spice, and there's going to be eight different spices that we're going to use for this mix. So starting off with the obvious, we've got salt and pepper. We have a couple of spices that should probably be in most of your meals. We've got garlic granules and we've got onion granules. For the herbs to balance this thing out, I don't know how well you can see the names.
Oh shit, not good.
So we've got oregano here and thyme. And finally, for a bit of spice, we have smoked paprika and of course, cayenne chili pepper.
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
Now for what we're actually going to cook the chicken in. The recipe calls for oil and butter. A lot of times you'll see people using olive oil or some kind of higher calorie oil and something like lard or salted butter. But we're going for the lower calorie options. So we've gone for olive oil spray, which I'm not sure how well you can see that. Olive oil spray. So obviously each spray is like 2 calories rather than using a tablespoon of olive oil, which would set you back 120. And you can find this at Tesco. And next we are using Flora Lighter. Again, if you're lactose intolerant like me, you can't have most butters, but if you get Flora, it's a plant-based butter, so it's got no milk in it, so you'll be able to have that. And for 10 grams of this type of butter, it's only going to set you back 25 calories. For 10 grams of a normal butter, you're going to be looking at a lot more than that. For our vegetables, we have 2 different types of onion. We've got a brown onion and some spring onion as well. You could add some extra vegetables in here, but I prefer to keep things a little bit more simple, and it means less chopping, of course, means you can get the meal prepared faster. And of course, how can you have chicken pasta without chicken? We're using chicken breast, skinless breast fillets. We get these from M&S, but of course you can get your chicken from anywhere. Just make sure you're getting chicken breast if you want to keep it nice and low calorie. But if you do want a pasta that's slightly higher in calories, you could of course go with chicken thighs. My choice of pasta as well, we've gone with penne. Apple. Penne. Or penne, I'm not sure how exactly you say it, so I might be mugging myself off right now, but we've got penne pasta. Going to have about 60 grams of pasta per serving. And then you're probably wondering what on earth I'm holding right here.
What is that?
It's a chicken stock. So we're going to cook the pasta in chicken stock, make it taste a little bit nicer. And finally, what I'd say is quite a key ingredient, chopped tomatoes. I know it's a creamy pasta, but if you want to get it proper saucy, use some chopped tomatoes. Last but not least, the lactose-free product. So let's chuck that to the side for a second. We have some lactose-free soft cheese. Obviously you're using this instead of something like Philadelphia. It's going to taste just the same. You can get a lactose-free Philadelphia from some places. I did get it before from Sainsbury's, but for some reason I can't find it anymore. But this lactose-free soft cheese you should be able to find in most supermarkets, and it's a great substitution for your regular soft cheese. And again, another Arla product, we've got lactose-free cheese from Arla. Arla are your best friend when you're lactose intolerant like myself. But we're just going to top the pasta with about 20 grams of cheese per portion. And I get this pretty much every week. So I'm a big cheese fan, so when I found out that I had lactose intolerance, back when I was maybe 19, 20 years old, Cheese was a big loss for me, but as soon as I found this, you can get it just like a block like this, or you can get it grated as well. As soon as I found this, life became a lot more easier. Definitely pick this up. So those are all the ingredients. Let's get to cooking. Okay, so that is my lactose-free creamy chicken Cajun pasta. This is probably one of the best recipes I've tried to date. I really enjoy this dish. So I did make a bit of an error. As you would have seen towards the end, things got really creamy. Basically what I did is I did half the amount of chicken I had and a half the amount of pasta I had, a half the amount of onion I had, because I'm only having this for Monday and Tuesday. I'm going away for the rest of the week. But I didn't half the amount of cream cheese, I didn't half the amount of spice mix, I didn't half the amount of tomatoes.
You're a donut! You're so stupid!
So the sauce came out really thick and creamy. But it might actually work in my favour. So you're probably wondering, where was the lactose-free cheese? I will top it off with that tomorrow. I'll reheat it in the microwave, put some cheese on it at the end, and then reheat that for an extra minute to melt the cheese. And I'll also put the spring onions on the end as well. If you want to see the original creator of this recipe, then I'll put a card on the screen for you now, and you'll be able to go and see the original recipe. I basically copied from that and made it into a lactose-free version to all of those people like myself that have lactose intolerance. So I do hope you appreciate that. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, Comment down below Cajun so I know that you made it to the end. And that'll be it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Dum